Hey everybody, hope you are doing well. Today I will explain the process of synthesis of polymers. Synthesis of polymers is a chemical reaction and its name is polymerization. So polymerization is the chemical reaction by which we get synthetic polymer from monomers, from its monomer. Reaction is classified into addition or chain growth reaction or condensation or step growth reaction. We already mentioned that in the last video, how polymer is formed. It is formed by a reaction, a chemical reaction called the polymerization. Polymerization is the process of converting a monomer into its polymer. This polymerization can be through addition mechanism or through condensation mechanism. The addition polymerization, it also termed as a chain growth reaction, then a chain of addition of new monomers in the series to form a long polymer. But there is no loss of any molecule in the process. The monomer that enter the reaction will only bind together, and at the end we get a long chain of the polymer. It's only keeping adding monomers to the chain, keeping adding monomers to the chain to a certain step we can terminate the reaction. For example, the styrene. Ionization of styrene take place. It takes place by addition of many monomers of styrene to form that polystyrene. The repeating unit is the styrene molecule. We don't lose any small molecule in the addition reaction. Only the double bond is broken to allow for monomers to be added. And so on. This is addition. While the step growth polymers, this is called condensation polymers. And there is a molecule, a small molecule will be eliminated during combination of two monomers, like elimination of water, elimination of an alcohol, elimination of anything, any small molecule. So condensation is a polymerization reaction in which monomers are bound together, but every two monomers will get rid of one small molecule. There is a need of elimination of small molecules for the process to take place. For example, this molecule, the dimethyl terephthalate, okay, in the polymerization, it reacts with ethanediol to form its polymer, and there is an ethanol molecule is terminated or eliminated from it. So between H2 molecules, there is a small molecule will be terminated. So here, an elimination of ethanol. And that's why it is called condensation reaction or step growth reaction. So every two molecules will lose one small molecule, maybe elimination of water, for example. And we will talk in details about every type of polymerization reaction. The addition polymerization, the first type of polymerization is the addition or the chain growth. The chain growth polymerization can proceed via one of three mechanisms. So can be free radical mechanism, can be cationic mechanism, can be anionic mechanism. And it depends on the formation of the active site. In the free radical addition polymerization, there is a formation in the mechanism steps, there is a formation of free radical, while cationic, there is a formation of a positive ion, and anionic, there is a formation of negative ion during the mechanism of polymerization. So today we'll talk about the free radical mechanism. The free radical polymerization usually happen between low molecular weight alkenes, which undergo rapid polymerization reaction after treatment with a small amount of radical initiator. So we have a radical initiator, a molecule that acts as a radical initiator. This molecule will help initiate the reaction by forming a free radical. This free radical will act at the active site to attract more monomers to join the chain. Okay, and then the chain will undergo growth in the length until we terminate the reaction. That's why it is called the growth reaction. For example, the polymerization of ethylene. Ethylene is a low molecular weight alkene. When ethylene is polymerized, it undergoes three main steps. So the free radical addition polymerization, the mechanism has three main steps. Initiation, in which a free radical is formed to initiate the reaction. Propagation, and in this step, there is a growth of the chain. The length of the polymer chain is increasing in propagation. Termination is the step in which we terminate the length, we terminate the growth of the polymer. How that happen? Let's have an example. Here are this is a molecule to initiate the free radical formation. Okay, this is a free radical initiator. This molecule, the bond is broken, forming a free radical. This free radical is an active site, which will activate the formation of free radicals. The double bond in ethylene will break down, and the free radical initiator will bind to one terminal of the ethylene, and the other terminal will have the free radical. And the chain will start like this. This free radical terminal is active and is ready to attract more ethylene monomers. While attracting more ethylene monomers, this is a propagation step where the chain growth takes place. So the initiator, the free radical initiator, interact with the first monomer to initiate the formation of free radical of that monomer. And from here, the reaction will start. Step two, the propagation or the growth of the chain. As mentioned, propagation is the step where the chain is increased in length, which means more monomers are added to the chain in a series of additions. This series of additions is, induced by the free radical. So the free radical that we have from the initiation step is active now and will interact with another monomer, and the length of the chain is increased, and the free radical will be at the terminal of the chain to be ready for interaction with another monomer, with another molecule of ethylene, and so on. The chain will keep growing and increasing in length by adding more and more monomers, more and more ethylenes. Okay? Will the chain will keep growing all the time, forever? That's impossible because we have to control the length of the polymer. So after propagation, after we reach the required length of the polymers, a termination takes place. The last step is termination, and this termination we have to stop the active site of the growing polymer. One way is that two chains will be added and bound together from their active sites to form an alkane polymer, or the free radical can form a double bond to form an alkene polymer with a double bond at the terminal. And that's all. So again, to recap what we have today, the polymerization reaction is the chemical reaction by which monomers are converted into polymers. There are two types of polymerization: the chain growth or addition polymerization, or the step growth or condensation polymerization. The chain growth or addition, it's a reaction where monomers are keeping added to each other in a chain to form the polymer. And they are one of three types of chain growth reaction. It can be free radical, can be cationic polymerization, can be anionic polymerization. And this classification depends on how the mechanism of polymerization takes place. The free radical mechanism is a polymerization reaction in which the initiation of the polymerization is done by the formation of a free radical. The free radical is the active site that will initiate the polymerization reaction and will be active and ready to receive or to bind to other monomers. Monomers will be attracted more and more and more until the termination step takes place. The termination can take place in one of two ways. H2 chains may bind together give to give longer chain, and there is no double bond will be here. Or one of the chains of H2 chains will form a double bond given an unsaturated polymer, and this unsaturated polymer will lose a hydrogen that will bind to another polymer chain to form another type of polymer. So this the bond here is like that. And this is bind to the remaining of the chain. So this free radical will form a double bond here, and this hydrogen will be eliminated and will bind to another chain to form this polymer. Okay, and this will be the main polymer, and this will be like byproducts. Next time we will talk about more types of addition. We will talk about the cationic and then the anionic polymerization. And when we finish the growth reaction, the growth polymerization, we will start in details to talk in details about the step growth polymerization reaction. Thank you for watching and follow me for the new videos. Bye bye.